Hi, I'd like to welcome you to Windy Acres Farm, home of Animals as Natural Therapy. Today is a very special day that we do annually. It's called our Blessing of the Animals. It is a day that we appreciate all the gifts that each one of them gives to us and to our community, to the world, and then we ask that the Creator bless them in their next year. We kind of stole this tradition from the Feast of St. Francis of Assisi, who was known to be really connected with animals and have a great love for animals. So you'll see many blessings of the animals happening, especially in October. But we usually do ours in the spring because summer is really busy and it's a time when lots more kids come here for camps. And this year, because of COVID, we got to do it virtually and now. So I hope you really enjoy the stories you're going to hear today about each animal and each individual gift that they bring. And it's pretty amazing to be part of this. I'm Sonia Wingard. I'm the founder and director, and I hope you enjoy this day. I'd like to introduce Bernie Thomas from the Lummi Nation, who will be our blessing person today. Thank you.
By way of explanation, my name is Bernie Thomas, but my ancestral name is Pahalikton. Pahalikton Senisnat Chuck Lummison. That means my name is Pahalikton in Lummi language. What we're doing today is, we're following the wish of the Creator to acknowledge the sacred, to acknowledge the blessed, and the blessings that we in turn receive from the animal spirits. And I know we each come from different walks of life and different faiths and beliefs, but I want to explain that in our way of beliefs and walk with the animals and acknowledge our animal friends as brothers and sisters in spirit and in kind, and the thing that we give to them and the things that they give back to us may not seem material, but they make a huge difference to be able to acknowledge the spirits that we share in common. The blessings have already occurred, and so these symbols of the blessing have already happened, and they happen every day. Miracles happen every day. And so I want to acknowledge the work of the animals as natural therapy for the many miracles that you've performed in your everyday life, and it may not seem very consequential what it is that you do here at the Animals as Natural Therapy, but I'm here to explain and express my gratitude for the many miracles that you've performed just in making students realize that their life has significance, meaning, and belonging. And so in behalf of the Lummi Nation students that have been here, again, expressing my gratitude to you, each and every one of the staff people that are here, but in behalf of them, Haishka, that's our word for thank you in Lummi. And we raise our hand up to all of the Animals as Natural Therapy, just as symbolic gesture to say thank you. And this is how we do it in our traditional ways, to show one another our overwhelming sense of gratitude, for which we could never say thank you enough for what it is that you do on Animals as Natural Therapy. So today is the symbol. The blessings have already happened. So I beg your indulgence as we go around and witness the blessings. And thank you. Haishka Siyam, thank you.
Wait, can you ask me?
What do you love about Figgy?
Well, he's a good kitty. He is very soft. And he's quite calm.
He is.
And due to my natural talents of animal calling, I have managed to bind him to me.
You guys are good friends, huh?
Yeah.
Good girl. You always show up for us when we need you. Thank you.
Figgy.
I'm grateful for Gabby being so loving, and when you pet her, she just lays down next to you and makes you feel a lot better. And I'm grateful that she runs around, and in the middle of camp, she will run up and like sit on your feet and let you give her rubs and stuff, and that's really fun to see and pet her out of nowhere. It's really sweet.
This is Gabby. You were very poised during the introduction, for which we thank you, for showing up from out of nowhere to be here with us at just the right times. God bless you and keep you, Gabby.
This is Rusty, and he is a very special horse to me because he actually understands me. He's taught me that it can be a good thing to be sensitive while also being strong, and he makes me stand a lot taller and feel confident in who I am and know that people can love me even though I am sometimes different than other people.
God bless you, Rusty. My dear brother, thank you for your spirit that you give so generously to make us all feel so confident, loved, and appreciated. Haishka Siam, dear brother, thank you.
I appreciate how truly spirited you are. You have this sort of wispiness about you, and it makes my troubles go away sometimes because you seem like a very caring and understanding horse, and you are. When I worked with you, you listened and you understood when I just needed to brush you and just vent, and it felt really nice.
Sundance was born here 30 years ago to her mother, Susha. She has always taught us how to set boundaries. She's taught us when to let go and when to hang on. After her mom died 3 weeks ago, she had a hard time hanging on and had a major neurological disorder, but she's recovering, and she needs lots of prayers right now for her full recovery.
Sundance, you've been hanging on so gallantly, as is your spirit, for which I thank you. Haishka Siam, Sundance. Thank you for your many blessings, especially the fact that you're such a great listener and that you've heard so many different things, that all of these different things that have built up on you, that yet you've held your ground, as is your heritage, to be able to help people and kindred spirits, for which I bless you.
Sir, you've taught me how to love myself and what it's like to be loved. You've helped me find the ability within myself and discover the confidence I didn't know I had. You always manage to put a smile on my face when I'm here, and I will never forget the positive impact you've had on me, and I will always be grateful for the time you've shared. Also, you're incredibly unique and charismatic.
Sir, you've been an astonishment in our lives, that you've taught us to love ourselves. And the love for ourselves gives us an overwhelming sense of confidence that, we have a purpose here in this life, which you have given us, for which I bless you this morning, in the name of the Creator. Thank you, sir. Haishka.
I'm Haley, and I'm an instructor here at ANT, and I appreciate Abby in so many ways. When I think of Abby, I just think of the words sweet soul, because she is a sweet soul, and she just provides so much solid, gentle, kind support to the people that she works with and the horses she's around. She's always reminding us to stay grounded and present in our bodies, and she just has so much unconditional love in her, and a huge heart. And she gives the best hugs.
Abby, we thank you for your grace and your many blessings. For such a gentle spirit, you give off so much strength. There's no strength like gentleness, and no gentleness like a strong horse like you, Abby, for which we thank you and we bless you. May you shine upon us in many more years. God bless you, Abby.
This is Moon Shadow. Moon Shadow was born here 22 years ago. Her mother was Susha. She is the most honest horse on the property. She gives you honest feedback. One of the interns just told me a few minutes ago that she taught her respectful feedback, respectful communication. Some people don't see it as respectful communication because she might nip or kick out at you, but she reflects back to you what you need to learn. And if you can open your heart to this horse, you will learn vast discoveries about how you present in the world. And she picks a lot of pretty angry kids, and if they're angry, they find out that they don't get cooperation. But if from their past traumatized life that's resulted in this anger, if they can find one moment of appreciation and gratitude, she gives them everything they ask for. And as soon as they switch back into anger and madness, she stops performing for them. So that's why I call her our most honest horse, because she will be a total love when you're a total love. And she will be really challenging when you're got stuff going on that you need to look at. So I appreciate you for your incredible honesty, dear one.
Moon Shadow, thank you, for which I bless you today. God bless you, Moon Shadow.
So, I am here and I wanted to express my appreciation for Starlight. She has been one of the greatest teachers here of strength, of how to be a strong woman, and also how to set boundaries.
Starlight, thank you for your many teachings, which have become a blessing, especially for women, to show them strength, how to be strong, how to set boundaries, just be accepting of themselves as a person. Thank you, Starlight of Hope. God bless you. God bless you and keep you, Starlight of Hope.
Well, I'm Katie. I'm one of the instructors out here at Animals as Natural Therapy, and this is my horse, Scotty. This is his very first blessing. I've had him for 7 years now. He's lived with me and taught me a lot in my life, and sometimes he likes to wiggle. And back last August, he kind of told me that he was ready to bless some people with his personality and with his gift of just being calm and a lovely teacher. He's taught many a kid how to ride, how to be confident, how to calm themselves. And he's just very gifted at connecting with other horses and people, with elders and youth and veterans. And I'm very grateful for you. So we bless you in this next year, Scotty. Thanks for being here.
I thank you for your many blessings, especially for being so kind and generous and giving of your spirit to make our young people strong again, who have been through so many different trials and tribulations. And I thank you.
This is Obrigado. I groom him every week, and every week he expects it because he loves to make relationships with people. And so we have this big relationship every week, and if I'm coming to see somebody else, he comes to the fence and puts his ears up and says, "What about me? What are you going to do for me?" So he's a good boy, and I love to work with Mr. Obi.
Obi is a special horse to me because when we first came out as the board here at ANT, Obi picked me out of the group and kind of shuffled me along to do our things. And then I found out his name was Obrigado, which means thank you. And then later at home, I happened to run across a poem that my husband had written. And it's, I, thankfulness, need heart and reason. I look for you in every season. You are my cause and excuse. I see both your love and abuse. Your power is beyond measure, but it's the love that I treasure. Please show that you care for me, and our thankfulness shall ever be. Robert Wyatt. Love you, babe.
A young girl, one of our veterans' daughters, made this card for Obi, and she wrote, Obi has taught me to cooperate more. And she comes here with her younger sister, and you know, all of us know that sometimes cooperation is something we need to learn more about. And so she made Obi this card to thank him for teaching her about cooperation. Obrigado, the name means thank you in Tetum, and we had an exchange student for 4 years here at ANT who was empowered after a life of growing up in war, and he wanted to thank the horses for how they empowered him. And so he named Obrigado, Obrigado, thank you. And Obi, we call him Obi for short, we thank him for his welcoming. He welcomes everybody. The day we met him, he put his head on our shoulders and said, I'm a therapy horse. And he's lived up to that for 10 years.
I have a feeling that you're the one that keeps us all together, for which I thank you. I don't know why I feel that way, but perhaps it's just your overwhelming sense of gratitude that you exhibit and the love that you share so easily that makes you so accessible to us. Thank you, Obi. God help you keep your little family together. Aishka, Obi.
Well, Patriot is special to me because he's just so peaceful and present. And he reminds me to slow down and be kind to myself. He's very loving and very wise. And yeah, he just reminds me to extend that same generosity to myself every time I'm here. I love him.
This is Patriot, U.S. Patriot. He came here 16 years ago after 16 years of a really hard life in the show world, and then abuse, neglect. And what he's taught us is we're not our past. We recreate our future today. He's taught this to hundreds of youth, teens in recovery. One girl said, she painted a picture of him and she said, Patriot, you were able to just come here and be a horse. And I have had tons of abuse also, and I've been able to come here and just be a normal teenager. He's been wise. He's taught us all patience, because sometimes he's not. And my staff are smiling and nodding over there. He's been a great teacher. This is his last blessing in this physical body, because he's going to the horse ancestors in a few weeks as the veterinarians, and we realize that he can't go through another winter in his elderly state. We just love him dearly.
Patriot, you've been in our life. You've entered our life like a great, gallant horse. With all your sorrows and all your pains and all the different experiences that you've had, yet you've remained so generous towards us. Thank you, Patriot, for sharing this life with us. We'll see each other again. Dear brother, I thank you for your many blessings, for sharing this time with us. You are loved, Patriot. God bless you. Thank you for sharing your blessings with us. You're magnificent, Patriot.
I'm Kelsey and I'm the barn manager here at the farm. And this is Midnight Mocha and this is her friend Toby. What I really appreciate about Midnight Mocha is her value of friendship. She came here to the farm without any friends. She lived alone. And now that she's here, she's always the first to welcome the horses to the farm if she's left behind. And she really takes good care of her friends. Like she always grooms Toby and takes good care of him. And Toby here is like the champion of nursing home visits. He's so dependable and so calm, and everyone loves him and his fabulous hair. And he's just the sweetest guy, and he really helps a lot of kids who are nervous about horses because he's so approachable and sweet.
Midnight Mocha and Toby, thank you for the countenance of your blessings that you've bestowed upon us in this time that we've shared together. Your bodies may be tiny, but your blessings and your spirits are mighty, for which we thank you. Haishka, Haishka Siyam.
This is dear Persephone. She has a huge personality, and she can teach 6-year-olds and 50-year-olds the same lesson, that if you are bossy and inconsiderate and push me too hard, I'm gonna set you in your place. So she teaches us to be kinder and more gentle.
And Persephone, thank you for bringing all of your many blessings, just for being the person that you are, and all of the things that are naturally gifted to you that you give to each of us, for which I thank you and I bless you today. Haishka, in our language, that means thank you, Persephone. God bless you and keep you strong for all of the things that we have to do on this journey. God bless you.
On August 14th, we shared in Appreciation Circle our love for our dear friend Eskel, the llama. We honored what a great guardian he had been at the farm, constantly on guard and protecting his goats and chickens and bunnies. What a compassionate friend he was to children, too fearful of horses. What a good and non-judgmental listener he was for all who had stories too painful to share with other humans, including our own. He showed Gavin and I the dignity in preparing our loved ones to cross the Rainbow Bridge, bathing him, brushing him, feeding him carrots, and lavishing him with love and flowers. We will miss our dear friend, but we have hope that in the next life he will once again stand tall and be free from pain.
Okay.
I appreciate how loving they are, and they just let you pet them whenever you really want to, because they love it. And they're very cute as well. I appreciate how they just run up to you. Whenever you walk in, they just run up to you and ask for love. That's really cute.
My name is Loanne, and this lady's name is Cinnamon Sugar. She's a little bit over a year old, give or take, but she was raised in a kindergarten class, and now she's helping out at the animal farm, and you can tell how alert she is. I used to not like chickens, but then I found out that they've got personalities. And this one sort of likes everybody. And that's what she's doing here. Ambassador, chicken ambassador. And she's a pretty good one. She hasn't pecked me at all. She loves to be petted. And look at her, she's kind of smart too. She knows what's going on. I like fried chicken, but this one's never going to go on my table because they get to you after a while. You know, the unconditional, well, not unconditional love, but, oh, what would you say? You got anything to say, girl? Huh? No? See, strong silent type.
These chickens provide an enormous amount of connection therapy for elderly and vulnerable people that have experienced trauma in different ways. And it's a little breathtaking to try to think about a chicken being able to provide an enormous amount of connection therapy and a sense of resilience that there is a today and there is going to be another tomorrow, for which we bless these chickens and all of the animals that are here today, and for which we express our blessing and gratitude in acknowledgement of the Creator's work. Haishka Siyam.
So, she's sweet, she's friendly, and she has loads of personality. Say hello to the camera.
Hi, Small. What else do you love about Small?
Well, stay still here. She looks kind of fierce and tough, but she's quite friendly when she wants to be, and only when she wants to be.
Good morning, dear rabbit brothers and sisters. This is Chester, Ingrid, and Small Bit Brave. Their bodies may be tiny, but their spirit is mighty, for which we bless them and thank them. Haishka, thank you.
So we're honoring Susha today. Susha passed away a few weeks ago. She was 34. I knew her. She was my friend since she was 1 year old. We met in New Mexico, and she's the mother of 3 horses here that you met today. Susha has taught us so much. I knew nothing when she came into our lives. She has been an inspiration to so many people. She taught me about how your life can be changed when you seek spiritual transformation. She was a very fearful horse for the first 15 years of her life. And a woman came up to me and said, "Your horse needs help and I can help." And she came the next weekend, spent 2 Sundays doing clairvoyant work with Susha and helped her heal. And that was the beginning of our understanding of how important, how deep these horses go in their spiritual connection with divine and their ability to heal themselves and help us heal ourselves. So she's been a great leader for us in so many ways. I wanted to share something from Fatima, a 22-year-old who talks about her 7 years with Susha. She says, you have taught me endless things that I will use in my everyday life. When I first met you, I was in a very dark place. I was going to counseling every week, but nothing was helping. I talked to my counselor, I needed something else, and I learned about animals as natural therapy. I remember being nervous, extremely nervous and anxious, a new place with new people, not used to this at all. Then I saw you, Susha, and I knew from that moment that we were going to become inseparable. She says, Susha has been a large part of who she is today. She says, thank you for motivating me to be the best version of myself that I can be, for being my teacher and lifelong friend, for all the wisdom that you have taught me. You brighten up even the darkest days. You guard my secrets. You're the best listener in the world. You're patient with me. You're gentle. You help me face my fears, and you show me that hard work does pay off. But mainly, thank you for being my best friend. And that is the sentiment that we've heard from thousands of people who've come to Animals as Natural Therapy for 21 years, not just Fatima's experience. Another volunteer who volunteered here for many years talked about Susha and sent this to me. She said, Susha taught me it was okay to share if there was a problem. For example, in one instance, she would not let me pick her feet, her left foot at all. This was unusual when I was grooming her. So I went to the other 3 feet and back to that first one and asked if I could just check it to make sure there wasn't a problem. She still wouldn't lift her foot. With time, I figured out why. I needed to let someone at ANT know about a particular issue. And then the following day, when I did Susha's feet, I shared about the day before and how I got brave and spoke up, and she allowed me to do all 4 feet. So we developed a great trust for one another. Susha was a great teacher. This is a beautiful necklace created by a Lummi woman with Susha's hair as the mane and the tail. And I cherish it, and I cherish that Susha will live with us forever. Such a deep part of our hearts. Thank you, Susha.
Sonia, thank you for offering your thanks and praise for Susha. So often when we experience sorrow, we express our grief like a frightened but fervent prayer that the love will continue. Being no stranger to sorrow, I can only express that the love is the one thing that does always continue. And these blessings that we've experienced today symbolically help us acknowledge the continuation of the love that we shared with Susha, any of the other spirits that are here doing all of their magic work. Miracles happen every day. And to be open to them and to the experience of all of the work that is done here at Animals as Natural Therapy was a gift from Susha and the rest of the members of the family here. The gallant staff and all of the different people that have visited and experienced an opportunity to connect with their own lives in the process of either wanting to help and helping, or needing help and asking for help and being helped. Susha, thank you. God bless you and keep you in our hearts. May your soul rest in peace. God bless you.